Oh my goodness, it's been a while since I've booted up the PS3, with a racing wheel that is. And today we are continuing our theme of arcade racing classics. One of the launch titles actually on the PS3. Remember this? Ridge Racer 7 from Namco. What an amazing game. Really good. One letdown of course. And that wasn't this, because obviously everybody loved to play a bit of this. Yeah. The letdown was no force feedback. There's no force feedback in this game. There is wheel support, but no, it's just a loose wheel. But it works okay in fairness. It's a really good launch title. It wasn't full HD, 720p. And we're going to relive it. We're just going to play through some of the levels, see if I remember how to play it. It's probably going to be a good 5-6 years since I've had a blast on this, but we're going to play some of the classic levels and just see if it is as good as it used to be. Will it play as well? Will it feel as nice? Let's step in some of these easier cars to begin with and get my little mojo back. But this used to have a really good community online as well. A friend of mine has also got a YouTube channel. His name's Dan. Have a look out for him, Dan Wood. And we used to play this on a Friday night religiously. We used to play in the leagues and we used to play online. And there was a really good community of folk that just used to hop on and play. And it was so competitive, so good. Graphically, this game looks of its time, but it plays amazingly well. I think it's because on the pedals you're just using the accelerator, so you boot the accelerator, when you hit a corner you step off it and then you boot it again and you get the little drift and then you boost up your nitrix. So here it is guys, the arcade legend Ridge Racer on the PS3, Logitech G29 wheel and pedal, so you see foot off and then you get the little drift effect, which is really nice, isn't it? Who wants to be faffing on an arcade racer with brakes and all of that? So just do that. And of course, the more drifting you do, the more nitrix you build, and the faster you'll get through the game. This car's quite slow, actually. It's one of the entry-level cars. But guys, who cares? We're in the mix of the race here. We're racing and we're having some fun. And actually, I'm filming this on a Friday night, so it feels quite nostalgic in fairness. So let's race, guys, and crack on. I'll keep that nitrix for a straight. One of the keys with this game is to not fire your nitrix when you're actually going around bends, because you'll just hit the nearest wall. It's true, isn't it? So yeah, it plays just as I remember it in fairness. I think it's a 30 frames a second game. Like I said, it's a 720p game, which was always a little bit disappointing in fairness, because obviously when the PS3 landed, it was the full HD era, and a lot of people with their 1080p TVs, etc. I'm sure there's an emulator somewhere running this at 4K. I bet it looks gorgeous as well. But with it being classic, we're playing the original format. And of course, the Xbox 360 Ridge Racer 6 was quite a good game as well. That, of course, was 60 frames a second, I do believe. I don't know the excuse Namco give for that at the time, to be fair, but got a bit of nitrix to save. Obviously, the cars are a little way behind. Let's get a bit of distance between them before we get to the final lap, final straight. Still plays nice, still really good fun to play. I wonder if the online community still exists. Probably not. Woo! We get a winner. We'll play a few courses, guys, as this is, vintage racing at its finest on the PS3. So while I've got it booted up, I'm going to retry that. We're going to go back to the top menu. choose potentially a different car and obviously another course as well. So there's plenty to choose from. I think back in the day I probably unlocked all of them. So single race. I always like the airport lap in this game, so let's do that one. We'll step into that motor there. And we'll throw some laps down with this one. We'll do a few courses actually while we're making this video. But guys, yeah, I mean, I've not played this in a long time, and I've just sat in the seat and fired it up and just picked up where I left off all those years ago. It's just an easy game to play, in fairness, with lots of courses, lots of levels, and you know, it's pick up and play stuff, isn't it? Way to use your... Right, here we go. 3, 2, 1, go! So here we are, the airport level, always a favourite of mine, this one. And the good thing about playing this back in the day is that a lot of the courses were locked, and when you played the game online, which was really encouraged, they wanted a good network of players on there, you would literally unlock a lot of these as you were going along, and you'd be like, wow, this is really great. Because you'd just start playing new levels as you were playing online, and you'd be like, wow, it's like a new game every time. It's just remembering where the bends are. It's been that long. Talking about other incarnations of the Ridge Racer series other than the arcade and the Xbox 360 and PS3 that we're playing, there's a really good version of this on the PS Vita, which when on sale, I do recommend. I think I paid 20 quid for it when it came out, but you know, if you're going on holiday and stuff and you take a handheld and you want this kind of experience, graphically it looks pretty similar, in fairness. Runs, I think, at 30 frames a second on the PS Vita, and if you click my channel, I do a video review of that game on here. Crikey. And of course, if you don't hit the bends with force and with speed, you don't get the drift when you launch off, you'll just hit the barrier. And if you sometimes double tap, you get a double drift, as I tried there. And I guess with this kind of fast racing environment, if they put force feedback in the game, I think potentially that might have spoilt it. Because it might have just been a constant fight because there's so many twists and turns, potentially. But no, it's great. It really is enjoyable. Forget 4K graphics, forget glossy, shiny, pretty looking Forza style games. This is just arcade racing at its finest for me. You can tell I'm a big fan. I'm so pumped and hyped and enthused about it. And I think sometimes it's good stepping away from a game for a long time and then revisiting it. I think you then get a renewed love for a title and appreciation, and that's what I certainly got here. I'm really enjoying it, actually. I knew that'd happen. Good thing about it is one of the first PS3 titles where you could see rear view. So you could kind of, when you were racing online, is not unsportsmanlike, but you could block people off. Of course you could. Every man for himself, guys, isn't it? Yeah, so it's a really light steering wheel. And most arcade games, in fairness, were similar. Rave Racer, that was another good Namco arcade one, wasn't it? Go, 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 go! You're always trying to get your nitrix. Whoa. Didn't get any nitrix for that final bend, unfortunately, but here we go into the finish zone. I don't know if you're getting the same vibe as I'm getting off the screen. Maybe you've never played this game with a racing wheel before. Of course, you know, back in the day when it was a launch title, there was no racing wheel for the PS3. So you're playing it, you know, just on the regular PS3 controller, which I do have down here somewhere. But yeah, it's great fun. Let's have a look what else we got here. That might be good to play. It's one of the night courses. We'll choose... looks like it could be good fun to drive. Actually, if I do remember, it's quite a bit of a nightmare to drive this car. I think the rear end swings out a lot, and then obviously you can step through the different levels of cars. And at one point, I do, you know, Vouch was saying I was pretty good at this game, so I was using the level 1 cars and having fun. But it works really well, and I'm glad I'm filming this, and I'm glad that I've revisited this.
Tires and suspension parts help control drift angle and driving response.
Because, you know, let's be honest, a lot of people get fed up with these new flash games in 4K. 3, 2, 1, go! And a lot of them don't recreate this whole good arcade race vibe anyway, to be fair. Do you know what's really good as well? Is the fact that I don't even remember this course. I don't remember it. I've obviously played it, it's unlocked, but I don't remember playing it. So I'm glad I've chosen this as well, because this might be a new course on you as well. Doesn't seem at the moment many places to get nitrixed up. Oh, I spoke too soon there. Oh my goodness. Anything to drift and get some nitrix on. There's a lot of drifting on this bad boy. Goodness me, I knew that was going to happen. The good thing is, if you ever do that and you've got some nitrix, you can get back into the firing line. This car, proper drifts, can you tell? Almost to the point of over drifting. I mean, look, I've fallen down to 13th position purely on the basis of this car just has no rear end whatsoever. Anyway, we'll climb a few places. It's one of the most easiest games to kind of fall right at the bottom of the pack, look. And then climb back up. It's just constant drift, look. Right. Sometimes if you've got some nitrix, you can actually swing yourself out of the drift. Just absolutely ridiculous, look. What on earth? What on earth? I can't even get myself out of this drift. It's ludicrous. What on earth? And then of course I'm just falling down the pack. So this car will not be used in the future, guys. 10 years time when I play this game again. Here we go. I might need some nitrix to swing myself out of this. Come on. other guys are probably finished, in fairness. The worst drifting car, look at it. All over the shop. Absolutely all over it. Look. No control. No controlling, and it's not like I'm even building up any nitrix doing it. It's very fast in a straight line. I'll be happy with the 7th. I will. No chance. I almost don't want to do a final lap in this car. It was the wrong car for the right track. Because I'm really enjoying the circuit. Again, drift. Stop it. And the rest of the pack are nowhere to be seen. I'm in 7th. Where's 6th place? Where are all those guys gone? Almost turning round. Pathetic. When we choose the next race, guys, remind me not to go there with this car. What on earth? And of course, not having force feedback, you can't feel the traction of the car at all. Well, that was interesting. Crikey. Right, we'll do a few more courses and then comments below, guys. Of course, we're doing classic arcade races on the channel the next few months, so if you've got any you'd like to see, just drop me a comment and I'll do my darndest to feature it on the channel, because I've probably got it in the collection down here. So yeah, Ridge Racer 7 PS3, dodgy car. What other courses have we got here? Want to have a look. Mist Falls. Just trying to remember some of this stuff. Remember any of these guys? Taking my time here because as I'm not doing loads and loads of them, I want to make sure that we're choosing some of the best of them. So Harbour Line's one of the classics. Should we hop into that one? Maybe use a different car here. Choose that. So yeah, that was interesting. I don't remember that course I just played. Yeah, but obviously quite a good one. So here we go then. Let's do a few more.
Did you know that you can perform drifts easily by using the brake? All you need to do is to brake and steer in the direction of the...
This is class, isn't it? This is kind of the legendary Ridge Racer course that appears on all the games. So this car seems to, he says, I was going to say handle better. I'm going to take that back for a minute. Wow. goodness. Interesting. It's just when the car just drifts far too heavy, just makes it not a pleasant experience, but we'll continue. Get some of this nitrix going. That's where you hit your nitrix, guys. Just there. Done a lap already. Looks like the World Trade Center there, doesn't it? Wow. This car is pretty hot to handle. Crikey. These are the quickest laps ever when you look at the way the course is. Obviously cut straight into the mountains, isn't it? Oh! Wrong position for nitrix. Woo-hoo-hoo. Crikey. Fast course when you think about it, isn't it? Yeah, a bit of a non-event to be fair. At this point I think, as it's Friday, right, should we do another couple? Yeah, interesting that level. Wasn't a fan of the car. Old Central, that was a good one, wasn't it, back in the day? And I also like the one around the industrial estates. Let's do Old Central. Let's do the Kamana. There's quite a few Kamanas in the game, but selection of cars obviously is it's quite vast, isn't it? To be fair, I think they're all unlocked. I think I'm pushing my chances now, going further down the list of cars. Have you noticed I've gone from first places to 9th positions? That only happens because I'm stepping the car situation up. But anyway, let's see how this looks. This Old Central is on the PS Vita version as well, which you'll see in other videos on my channel. Let's do it.
Do you know about the rocket start?
I don't think I've raced this car before. Doesn't look like. Woo, Old Central. Right, let's hop in. Let's do this. Feels okay so far. Catch up these guys. They've obviously got rockets in their cars. You can probably get this used in game, this for about £3 nowadays, and it'll be the best £3 you've ever spent if you're into racing games and don't own a copy. Quite seriously, you know, this is really good, isn't it? Woohoo! Imagine this in VR. Whoa. Better car. Obviously, because I'm in, was in first. Spoke too soon because of the big mouth. Go on. Woohoo! Oh, it'd be nice to tell me where the bends are. I remember that. I think this car absolutely suits my drive style, so I'd like to say I'd just keep in this car, but then that wouldn't be right, would it? Because we're trying to see different cars in the game, etc. So different level, different cars, only fair, I guess, isn't it? Well, they weren't keeping up with me that time, were they? Well, I can see them in my rear view mirror. Better get a spurt on. Thank God I had nitrix. Thank God I had nitrix. Just about. You can see them coming. Very good. Very good fun. Very good fun. Oh, I don't want to retry it, do I?
Did you know that drifting truck?
Yeah, I'll do maybe one more course and then leave it to you in the comments for classic arcade races, guys. Single. Lost Ruins, I remember that one being quite good. Industrial Drive, that's a good one. But what car do I drive? That looks like quite a good one. Yeah, let me know your thoughts on the game, guys. Maybe you've never played this before and Ridge Racer's a new one on you, Ridge Racer 7. I do recommend you get it. You know, even with the controller, this is good fun. But with the racing wheel, it takes it to a whole new arcadey level. There's no force feedback, as you can tell. But don't really matter on this game, in fairness. Always drive these kind of games in automatic. There's no need to go through gears. Yeah, I'm impressed. It's still living up to its kudos of one of the best arcade races ever.
Racers, welcome to Industrial Drive.
3, 2, 1, go!
Hear that soundtrack, guys. Wow. Not a patch on the last car, this. Very, very loose. But we'll fight with it. Whoa. in this car to even be present in the pack. It's just not doable. They're miles away. You hit nitrix, they hit nitrix, you get their slipstream, they hit more nitrix. Look at that. Just takes up any momentum you get in your car completely. All over the place. Boom. Yeah, not very good that. I blame the car, not the driver. Right, we'll do one more course as I'm enjoying this game so much. So the question is, what course shall we do last? I'm going to choose wisely, guys. I'm going to choose very, very wisely. So, let's have a look through and see what there is. And if you like what you're seeing, guys, and you like classic arcade games, etc., etc., don't forget to give me a subscribe and a thumbs up. That would be very, very, very nice of you. But let's make sure we get this one. Mist Falls. That looks pretty good, doesn't it? Let's do that. Last one. We're going to step into one of these cars. We were going to go there eventually, weren't we? That purple one there. Not sure. Let's drive in a black car. Commander. Yes, I do like them cars. Last one, guys. I wish I could go through all the levels because they are amazing to play. And no doubt there'll be a few of you watching this thinking, wow, what a little gem that game is. Ridge Racer 7 by Namco. PS3, Logitech G29, guys. Seriously, if you're looking for pick up and play fun, there is no better game. It is kind of one of my favourite games of all time.
Did you know that drifting charges the nitrous?
I do know.
3, 2, 1, go!
So here we go, guys. Final one we're going to do is another course I don't actually remember ever playing, but I must have to get it unlocked. Wow, this car's a bit of a challenge as well. Get around these people. Something really slowed me down then. What you find with this as well, the laps are super quick. Of course, the nitrix button's not in the easiest position. I'd probably, if I was to configure it myself, put it on the right-hand gear shifter, just there. Surely I should have jumped in there. I will use nitrix. But it is one of the fastest arcade games you're probably likely to play, in fairness. why he went past me. Kind of lost a bit of control, a bit of speed and traction. Badly. Block him off. No, you won't go through. I want 8th position. Look, guys, that is it. It's a great game. It's Ridge Racer 7. It's the PS3. It's classic arcades racing. Few months on my channel. Check it out, guys. You will not regret buying that. You can probably get it for £3 a game. In fact, I'll post it here. Thanks for watching.